All right, here we go. Here's the thing you need to know. We're not doing a full 30 minutes this time because I have a date later and I'm nervous and I am running out of time to do law firm stuff and the YouTube channel and call back the claimants. And we got somebody who's sick today. So bottom line is I'm literally going to be driving over to Clearwater doing more claimant calls. The point is this. I have a date later. I'm going to be doing about 15 minutes. 15 minutes. So the bottom line is this. I'm going to go ahead and I'm putting the phone up here. Here we go. Phone is up. Boopity boop. Right? Okay. Oh, let me get it. Remember, there are some rules to this. Okay. When we do this, you have to use a fake name throughout the process. You have to go ahead and have your legal question ready. No story mode. Don't rely on this as de facto, the exact answer for your claim. I don't know your full claim. I don't know all the details of it. I don't have your whole C file. I don't have your whole ERE file in front of me, okay? Also, I know there's other rules. I can't think of any. Be nice. You don't have to be that nice, but like try to be nice. You know what I mean? I get threats from people sometimes, and it's just like, I had another threat today. Somebody sent me the audio message where he's like, oh, you're BS, and I'm going to create a band of people to destroy you. And I'm just like, dude, you know what I mean? Let's take it down from like evil mastermind to like, just ask me a question. I'll legally, tell you the answer. If you can't handle that, then go tell me the statute that is obviously dissimilar to what I'm saying, which they never do, but it is what it is. Now, rules, use a fake name. You call a number. The phone number is 407. There it is. Kosher's on, man. Kosher's on top of this. Kosher's good. Kosher's good. I say kosher's good because kosher's good. All right, here we go. So 407-279-1754. It's 433 right now. First caller's coming in. We're putting it on. Hi, this is Attorney Walter Hnot. We are live on YouTube. Remember to use a fake name throughout this process. What is your legal question? Go ahead.
Hi, my name is John. I am currently on SSI as of 2020. And I happen to own a classic car, not restored, very poor shape. It's an 83 Z28.
Cool.
And I got it very cheap for $500.
Okay.
But not knowing much about cars, every mechanic that's looked at it tells me to get rid of it. But it's my dream, so I'm not going to get rid of it.
Sure.
My ex decided to buy a car, and she said I can use it.
Okay.
And it only cost $1,500.
Okay.
So now I'm using that. I'm wondering, my question is, because I have the two cars, are they going to make me get rid of the car that I love when the other car is just temporary?
Well, how are they going to know the car that you drive, your daily driver, is actually yours? Is it in your name?
Oh, no, it's in my ex's name.
So, I mean, then you don't own that car. She owns that car.
Yeah, she pays insurance and owns it.
Yeah.
And basically once or twice a month I might use it.
So, I mean, just to be clear, like you don't own that car. So that doesn't count towards your resource limit.
Oh, really? Even though I'm using it?
Yeah, no, that's not how it works. I mean, that's how it works with relationships with the SSA. Like if you seem as if you are held out together as a couple, you're using your relationship, then yeah, they count it. But that's not how it works with cars. If somebody else owns a car, that's not your car. Unless you're like claiming, unless they're like claiming fraud, where like you set up a masterminded deal to have them get a car. But bottom line is like, I'm not seeing that as this. And when it comes to your other car, just make sure every couple of years you get an update from a local garage that says this car is only worth $300 and I remember the car's value goes down as the rust becomes more cancerous.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you, good sir. You have a wonderful, wonderful day.
Enjoy your date.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Thank you. Bye-bye. That's awesome. Somebody else called. I'm going to try and call him back real quick. See if I can get him on the phone real quick. Here we go. Boop. Okay, let's see if we can get this person on the phone. It is ringing. It is ringing and ringing and ringing. Let's see. Hi, this is Attorney Walter Hnot. We are live on YouTube. Would you like to ask me a question? And remember to use a fake name throughout this process. Go ahead.
Yeah, hi, this is Jake. Whatever happened to the Fairness Act? Haven't heard anything in a while.
I should do an update on it, but basically the deal is the people that they could hyper automate payments to, they did it, but then a chunk of them had to be manually entered in. So they got it rolling because they wanted to advertise under the Trump administration that they were able to make it happen in less than a year. So a lot of people are receiving payments, but if you're not sure if you're one of them who's supposed to and you're not currently receiving it, you got to call them and basically ask, what's the current status on it, and then they might be able to go ahead and pull your file and see where they're at, or see how long it's going to take until you're manually entered in.
Call them. From what I hear, it sounds like they're not answering their phones.
A lot of them aren't. Yeah, a lot of them aren't. And they just had to switch off of Verizon's phone system because Verizon quasi backstabbed them a little bit by not setting up the phone system as it was supposed to with all the programs. So they had to switch to a totally different phone system, like a year ago. So, I mean, they're just, a bunch of people got fired, a bunch of people got retired. The phone system was a sabotage thing. They just switched to a totally different company. They're going through it right now. Like if you want to know who's having the rainiest day, the SSA is actually having the rainiest day. Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, I figured that with a lot of shakeup that's going on.
Yeah.
All right, just thought I'd ask. Appreciate you calling me back from California.
Thank you, good sir.
Take care. I love your show.
Thank you, good sir.
You're doing a great job.
Excellent. Well, you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
All right, thank you. Bye now.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Perfect. All right, so we're going to take probably one more quick call, maybe just one more quick call. We're going to see. But I'm going to start the countdown sooner than I usually do if we don't get another call. And the reason why is okay, here we go. And boop. And speaker is on. Hi, this is Attorney Walter Hnot. We are live on YouTube. Remember to use a fake name throughout this process. What is your legal question?
Yes. My legal question is about Form 3373.
Sure.
I just recently received it a while back, and I'm afraid to say that I pretty much did like a rush job on it.
Okay.
Wanted to get it back as soon as possible.
Okay.
How much would I be, depending on this going well, with Form 3373?
So 3373, it's the number one form they use to deny people based off of statements that they've made. So it's one form you really don't want to screw up. It's like a hyper crucial form as to your at-home abilities.
So do you recommend that I fill it out by hand? Because I filled it out by computer, so it could be more legible.
I mean, by hand or computer, either way is fine. It's more so the statements you make. I mean, if you have horrible tremors in your hands, and they see it written out and it's, a shit show of handwriting, then, that obviously helps as evidence to show that you can't write well. But otherwise, keep in mind, like what they're really interested are the words, that you put down there. And every question, you have to look at it from the perspective of how you as a disabled person wouldn't be able to do that function and explain why.
That's exactly why I put it on computer, because I had horrible handwriting because of that.
Sure. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just one of those things where I don't know what answers you put down, but you can always do a supplemental one. And you can also do a 795 form that to, outline which statements you want changed on the original 3373.
Oh, you have a form that you could actually edit out, something like that?
Well, you can't edit it out. You can just request that your statements going forward be changed based off of something you write in thereafter on an SSA 795, where you go, okay, I want to change my answer, or my answer on, number 3 wasn't correct. I'm going to, tell you what it should actually be. You can submit an additional 3373 that they can use for adjudication. You can do some stuff,
Okay, because I went back on your videos and I was like, oh my God, that's the form 373, and you said not to put in like timelines. I put in for question D, for how long you can pay attention. I put 15 to 20 minutes. And it's like, man, I shouldn't have put that. I should have. Oh my.
Well, the thing with the whole paying attention thing, like if I sat there and read to you War and Peace, how many minutes would you be able to pay attention for me reading War and Peace to you, the book?
Shoot, just the title alone would probably put me to sleep.
Right. So I'd literally flip the page and I'd be like, in the beginning of time. And then about 2 sentences later, you'd be like, I'm out. So,
I'm out. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's just like, when people ask about, it's the standards. That's the thing, is people all have different standards for their expectations of what they can or cannot do in their head. And then they apply those standards to the 3373. You always answer that form with every question of, why would I be limited in my ability to do this? as a disabled person, and they're talking about taking care of kids. Why would I be limited in my ability to, take care of kids as a disabled person? And then they talk about taking care of pets. Why would I be limited as a disabled person with taking care of pets? They always do, these questions that are open-ended and make you feel like you can just talk and talk and talk. But the reality is you want to explain your limitations.
So for right now, just since I already sent it in, just hold on and see what they say.
I mean, that's kind of a lose-lose situation. You want to get in front of that and correct the answers.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you very much. I love what you do, Walter.
Absolutely. Absolutely, good sir. You have a wonderful, wonderful day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Thank you, good sir. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. So that's going to be our final caller because I have a date. And I want to go on the date. And I want to make sure I don't spend too much time doing anything because I got to get over to the west side of town and go on a date. So I know there's other people that want to call in. I see them calling in right now. I will catch you guys all on Monday or Tuesday or somewhere around there. You have an amazing, amazing, wonderful day, amazing weekend. I will catch you over the next couple of days. Please take care of yourself. Please be kind to yourself, and we will have fun from there. All right. Thank you so much, Attorney Walter Hnot. Please remember to like, subscribe. Also head over to Google, type in Disability Resolution Law Firm or Disability Resolution Florida. Throw some stars up there if you like. It's all up to you. I love waking up to them and seeing them in the morning. I will catch you all a little bit later, and we will go from there. Also, Mondays, Thursdays, I go live. And then, of course, if you have a big legal question, private hour session, contract below. So you can get me to go ahead and do a private session for 1 hour. I'll catch you a little bit later. You have a wonderful day. Thank you so much. Attorney Walter Hnot. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.